everyone just stays healthy.
Where they are, just healthy, yes. The best
If everyone
version of
stays healthy.
themselves.
Yep. Clippers got a chance. Lakers, Denver.
Okay.
No love for the Thunder, 13-game lead in the West.
The Clippers got a chance.
Over the Thunder? I'm not going. I'm going.
You don't like the Thunder?
Hell no. Hell no. So you talking about the Clippers have a better chance over the Thunder? The Thunder been dominating the whole league this entire season. Yo, what it is, what it ain't, YouTube. This your boy MJTVX coming at you with another banger video, man. Let's get it, let's go. This video gonna be a little different, man. I want to talk about title contender. In my opinion, the only title contenders in the NBA are the Celtics, the Cavs, and that's all in the East. That's the only two teams in the East that's contender. And then you got in the West, you have OKC. I guess you have the Lakers, you have Denver. I put if everybody's healthy, I say the Clippers. Maybe. That's a maybe. That's like a threat to being a title contender. I don't know if they're straight legit title contenders. So I have Celtics, Cavs, and then what's I have OKC, Denver, the Lakers. I think it's one more team, but them the only 5 teams in the NBA right now that are title contender. Everybody else, like I said, I think the Clippers are gonna be a threat. The Rockets are up and coming, they're young, but I feel like they can knock somebody off too. You still got Minnesota out there that's looming. You still got the Warriors, because everybody want to say the Warriors is title contenders. I just don't see, even though they've been winning, I just don't see them like, they ain't really like, oh my God. I just see them like they just title contenders. I feel like they just missing something still. And now Steph Curry is hurt too, so it's like, what they gonna do now? They got Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler is Jimmy Butler, because he gonna score, he might not score, but he's still gonna have an impact on the game. Like I said, the Warriors and the Clippers are threats, but they're not title contenders at them. Yeah, man, but I wanted to react to Gil's Arena, and they talking about who their title contenders are. Let's get into the video. Hope you like, comment, and subscribe. Let's get it.
How many teams do you guys feel like have a realistic chance of winning the championship? Steph put that number at 10, anywhere from 6 to 10. What's the realistic number of teams?
Closer to 6.
Like Eastern Conference, how many teams have a realistic chance of winning a championship?
Boston. Depends on who Milwaukee play. I really think Milwaukee is a problem, dog.
Cleveland.
They get Jimmy Butler. I mean,
Milwaukee, that's another team I feel like that's a threat, but they still missing something. They don't have the best perimeter defense right now. Who is their best perimeter defender? Kyle Kuzma? Like, I don't believe in them either for real. They just like the New York Knicks. New York Knicks got some talent, but it's just not enough. So, we'll see.
I mean, but Bobby Porter's back. They're a problem. I really, they in the playoff series going to be hell to deal with.
Cleveland.
3.
A distant third.
You
Right
include
now,
Cleveland
my
in that
book,
list?
a distant third, because they don't have the experience.
Oh, Cleveland?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
They don't have the experience.
But they
So
still
they're
have
third, right?
Golden.
That's it.
And let's move to the Western Conference. How many teams in the West do you feel like have a realistic?
Realistic?
Realistic. We're being realistic. So we got the Lakers, and who else do we have here?
The Lakers, Golden State. Lakers, Golden State.
No, we're not going to just.
Man, the
Yeah.
playoffs.
Well, what other
anything
team?
happen, though.
Let's stop it, bro.
It does. Shit, Brooklyn lost Kyrie and fucking
Dallas-
James. Yeah, this shit
They
happened.
got a I don't know, man.
As you look at those standings here right now, what teams you feel like
It just depends on how the
For playoffs?
match up.
that are not on dope or dog food? That's why you would say. For believing that they can win
If
it.
everyone just stays healthy.
Where they are, yes. Just healthy, yes. The best
If everyone
version of
stays
themselves.
healthy.
Yep.
Clippers got a chance.
Yeah.
Lakers, Denver.
Okay, see.
No love for the Thunder, 13-game lead in
You
the
think
West.
the
Right
Clippers got a chance?
Over the Thunder? I'm not going. I'm going.
You don't like the Thunder?
Hell no. Hell no. So you talking about the Clippers have a better chance over the Thunder? The Thunder been dominating the whole league this entire season. Everybody want to say, oh, they're young, but like, bruh, but they been through the trials and tribulations in the playoffs. They lost in the first round in the bubble. What else? They lost last year against the Mavericks. Was that the first round or second round? One of those rounds. I feel like they've been going through the trials and tribulations of the playoffs. So everybody want to say, oh, they young. But, bruh, have y'all been seeing the way they've been playing this year? They like 58-12. They have a chance to go 70-12. Like, come on, bro. Number 1 in defense. Top 5 in offense. Shai Gilgeous is an MVP. Like, what more do you want on the team? That's the same thing Denver went through a couple years ago when they won a championship. They was young. They had the MVP. It's like, come on now. OKC is probably the best team in the NBA right now. Can't stop Shai. No defense can stop Shai. Then they got the depth. Like, they got the big man. They got the height. Like, come on, bro. Y'all got to give OKC they credit, man. Stop it.
If we take away Shai, who actually has the experience to take over like he does?
Them as a team, though.
Yeah.
Jalen Williams, all-star, averaging 21 points a game. That guy. He can take over a game. Stop it.
Yeah.
Winning is
Everything runs by
behavior,
him.
though.
He controls everything.
Yes.
So you remove him, they
not
remove
removing
him.
him.
They don't have anybody who
Who's
actually has experience.
Who's
There's
removing him?
the defense or whatever.
So now
he gets in
now
foul
you-
trouble.
No,
So
guy here.
it's called elimination. So if we remove him,
Because that's not happened yet. Because they haven't figured out how to remove Shai.
So now you
if
believe
we
in
remove,
defense. So now you
this
believe
is
in
playoffs.
defense.
So if we remove him, who is capable of even sustaining 25% of what he does? Right? If you remove on Clippers, who do you remove? Kawhi? You still have James Harden. Right?
Averaging what?
You still.
So Jalen Williams is
20
averaging what?
21.
Same,
So who's
same thing, bro.
Who's a better player?
Right now?
Who's a better player?
Right now? Jalen
Okay,
Williams.
James Harden.
That's an interesting question. Right now, I feel like James Harden has a bigger responsibility on his team. He got to score. He got to control the whole offense and set everybody up. And the man averaged like 20 and 8 this year. Jalen Williams, all he got to do is score. So James Harden is better, but not by that much. Because they can cancel each other out if you think about it.
James Harden.
Yeah, James Harden.
It's not even close. Not even
Jalen
close.
Williams.
No, James
Oh,
Harden.
with Jalen Williams?
Then who becomes who's
yes,
the third
bro.
best player in that series?
Y'all don't like
Harden
Jalen
averaged
Williams.
23, 9, and 6
I
this
love
season.
James.
Yeah, so I'm
No,
going
no,
James.
no,
Okay, cool. No disrespect, no, James. Yeah,
No disrespect to Jalen Williams. He was an
James
all-star.
like-
yeah, but James is a better basketball player, right?
that's
Okay,
the
cool.
old
Yeah.
James.
Old James.
This the
But-
older.
Old James,
older,
old James is still doing it at that age.
But the young
Yeah.
kid is the young kid.
But
Yeah, no, he's the young kid, but he's still not better than James.
it's a better team. We're talking about a team here. So we're not playing one-on-one out here, dog.
We're talking about
We're not
Offset.
fucking
We talking
playing
about
one-on-one.
offset. You got to offset.
right?
We're talking about
Jalen
a
Williams
team.
offsets James Harden with this matchup. It's an offset for sure.
And ain't nobody been able to stop Shai or slow down Shai or do whatever they want
Even
to
if you
yet.
put
So,
Kawhi on him, you
like,
got to put Kawhi on Shai.
you got Powell.
Then you got
Kawhi's not going. Kawhi is probably going the second or third best player. Maybe the weakest player on the court, so he can help on defense. But they gonna probably put Chris Dunn on Shai. Chris Dunn or Jones. They not gonna put Kawhi on Shai. Come on now.
Chet.
Chet didn't even play the full.
Chet Zubac. That's
just
Chet Zubac.
Like,
What sounded?
you got Powell.
Then you got Chet.
Chet didn't even play the full.
Chet Zubac.
just
That's Chet Zubac.
Like, what are we talking about? We're not talking about the
No,
high school
the better
Chet.
team
We're
right
not
now, I
talking
think
about
Oklahoma
the
City's a
college
better
Chet. We're
team.
talking about the NBA
yeah.
Chet. Stop using his
I'll say
name
that.
as if he's out there
much he
motherfucking Wimby in it.
Chet
When Wemby
hologram.
played last year. He just came back. He is not in full motion to be a real threat in the playoff series.
as a team,
This is a playoff
I'm
series,
going Oklahoma
dog.
City.
But how much?
When we're saying we're gonna focus on you, we're gonna make you beat us.
Yeah.
He ain't averaging 44 a season. I mean, for a series, he's not capable of doing that yet.
44?
He's not old enough to do that.
gonna
yet.
Who averaging
No, what I'm
44?
saying is he's not
I ain't
old
never
enough.
seen
If I cut off Luka, Kyrie is gonna murder
Giving
us,
an extreme example.
right? If I cut
Why
off
would we use
Kyrie,
extreme
this
example?
like you have to have another guy who can
How about
do
averaging
him.
24?
Jalen Williams is not old enough yet to do him. He's still inexperienced. He's still gonna go through his 2-3 years of trying to get it.
Okay.
They be disrespecting OKC.
He got cut off, and who else did they have? The nigga named Luka, right?
He got cut off.
And then when he got cut off, you had the Kyrie guy. You see what I'm saying? You can't cut both. You can't cut both legs off at the same time. You can only cut one off. So if we cut off Shea, who is gonna actually produce for them that has the experience? They're just not experienced yet.
Cemetery Larry.
That's all.
What they've done.
Like, I trust Cavs more than I do OKC.
For sure.
What they've done is they changed the landscape, right? In comparison to the Warriors, Steph is used to winning with this formula. The formula Shea has is a college formula. It's not a formula that we're used to seeing that can take it from game to game all the way down the stretch and get deep into the playoffs. I believe that if they stretch this formula of how they have been winning these games, they don't win the games in a dramatic fashion where the highlights are this or that. They stretch the game out. They grit and grind you, and they strategize and they outwork you, right? And then by the time fourth quarter come, you look up, they up 6, they up 7. Shea, take us home. If they can do that in the playoffs, down the stretch and win 6-7 in the 6 and 7 game, they can take it deep. And they don't need to have experience to do that. They just need to be consistent with Chet doing what you do. Get us 8-9 rebounds, get us 10-12 points. We're going to grit grind this shit like how the Grizzlies used to do back in the day. Grit and grind, slow the game down. Let Shea take us all the way through this shit. Let's beat them down. If they don't play it that way, and it falls into Gil's hands where you don't have the experience to add up to regular NBA basketball playoffs, where we're playing like this, and you need a secondary guy, you need a third guy, and they don't have that. So I agree.
So I think they defense can translate in the playoffs. It slows down. Everything slows down in the playoffs. They defense can translate to the playoffs, and then you already know Shea gonna translate in the playoffs. So I feel like the way they play their offense, bro, is like, okay, they gonna have, but they right though. The role players gonna have to knock down some shots. They're definitely gonna blitz Shea, or double team Shea. So guys like Lou Dort, Chet Holmgren, Jalen Williams got to step up in the playoffs. I believe, like I said, Jalen Williams was bad in last year's playoffs. I feel like this year he's definitely gonna be. He's aware of that, and he's gonna be better in this playoffs. Like, bro, like the disrespect to OKC is crazy right now. Crazy.
I agree with
This is the second year in a row having.
Bro, I keep doing that.
Best record in
So
the
you
West,
don't think
right?
they learned from last
This is the
That's
second
what I'm saying.
year
They
in a
can
row
get it
having
done
the
with
best
their
record in the
formula.
West.
They can get it
They
done with
learned
their
something
formula.
from last year, I guarantee.
Yeah.
But if they try to play that style, they won't make it
And
because they don't have
defend
it.
that. Look, they learned something from last year,
Defend,
guarantee,
learn
bro.
something from last year.
Absolutely. Them, they have a better team than the Clippers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going with them over the Clippers.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Denver will be a different story, though, because that's a whole different strategy.
Yeah.
It's like that strategy has to go now in Gil's favor because now they're going to need a secondary guy, but they still going to have to grit and grind it out, and they can take it 7 with Denver.
Yeah.
Who?
But I think the Thunder. Thunder can take Denver to 7, but it's going to be, like I said, they don't have that secondary
Okay.
guy to do it.
That was the match.
Denver don't have the defense to stop OKC though. Who gonna go with Shea? Who gonna go with Shea? I guess they gonna put Christian Braun on Shea or Aaron Gordon on Shea, but they defense is trash. All y'all do is pick and roll them, make Joker guard somebody, then y'all done. So Denver is not gonna Denver not the same team as a couple years ago. So they title contenders, but they can be exploited.
The matchup, but we'll see. But
But if they formula work, it works.
like I said, there's not
Hire
10
them out.
teams. There's not 10 teams that can win it that I don't. They've been showing me who they are all season. So I've had a large sample size to go on.
Of regular season?
All season, like winning is a learned behavior, dog. You act like it ain't.
Yeah.
Your roster is your fucking roster. You can't change the stripes on the fucking zebra, dog. You are who you are at some point. They've been playing well as of late. I'm giving all the credit. The trade app for Golden State, absolutely. The rest of these teams, it ain't 10 teams that can fucking win no championship, dog.
So
not buying that shit.
when it comes,
Wasn't Dallas?
We had a hard time coming up with 6 teams just now.
Yeah.
So y'all finna tell me 10? No, 8?
Well,
No.
Dallas was terrible last year.
When?
And then
The 16.
they hit the 6th seed, and then their veteran
They had the right
play.
matchup. They had the right matchup in the first
Their
round.
veteran play got them all the way to the
Matchups-
championship. So
matchups matter, right?
whoever was the number 1 team, number 2 team, none
Does
of that
matchups
matters.
matter? Does matchups matter?
Minnesota?
And
Last year.
the first round matchups, if you
And I
you
said-
play the wrong team in the first round, you can have an early fucking summer.
And I said Clippers in the playoffs. That's a mad matchup for OKC.
I don't think so.
a fully healthy Clipper squad versus a fully healthy OKC
you have
squad.
Kawhi, who is going to do what Shea did. That's a great matchup. You have one that's a Finals MVP 2 years straight. He is
we
a
talking
legit
facts
champion.
here, right? So we speaking facts here, right?
A playoff Kawhi. That's why I said.
So
I said
we
it at the
talking
beginning.
facts here, right?
I said healthy.
Oh, so let's call it. I'm glad you throw that in there.
I threw that in
please.
first.
Please.
I said
I'm
healthy.
glad you reminded
I think we
yourself.
all
I'm
said
glad you reminded yourself of that.
No, I'm reminding you.
No, I know. I'm glad you reminded yourself of
I
that.
said healthy.
I'm glad you reminded yourself the facts of the conversation.
All right, so when it comes to this Warrior squad having a championship level team,
Facts.
all right, and we asked the chat if the Dubs have a championship caliber team. 60% of the chat agrees with this side of the couch that the Warriors have a championship caliber team. We also asked the chat how many teams can win the title. So 31% said 1 to 3, 61% said 4 to 6, 7% said 7 to 10, 1% said 11 plus. So that means over 92% of the chat thinks there are 6 or less teams that has the potential to win a championship.
Yeah, so it is what it is, dog. Like I said, it's like 5. You maybe put 6 in there, but yeah. Cavs, Celtics, OKC, Denver, Lakers. Threats are Clippers, New York, Milwaukee, maybe Houston, and yeah, that's about it. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all for watching this video, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Comment down below stuff that you want me to react to. Turn on post notifications to be alerted when I post new videos. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Y'all next. Peace.